love author stories, and this is a good one. Author writes a story. All right, let's find out. Well, author's teacher, Mr. Ratburn, explained the homework. What should the story be about, author asked. Anything, Mr. Ratburn said. Write about something that's important to you. Well, author started his story the minute he got home. He knew exactly what he wanted to write about. How I got my puppy Pal. I always wanted a dog, but first I had to prove I was responsible. So I started author's pet business, and my mom made me keep all of the animals in the basement. It was a lot of work, but it was fun too, until I lost Perky. But then I found her, and she had 3 puppies, and I got to keep one of them. That's how I got my Pal. Well, author read his story to D.W. A boring story, D.W. said. Does it have to be in real life? Because your life is so dull. I don't want to write a boring story, said author. Well, if it were me, D.W. suggested, I'd make the story about getting an elephant. Next day, author read his new story to Buster. Did you like the part about the elephant puppies, he asked. Sure, said Buster. I'm writing a cool story myself about outer space. Ooh, maybe my story should take place on the moon, thought author. On Wednesday, author read his newest story to the Brain, his friend the Brain. Scientifically speaking, elephants would weigh less on the moon, but they wouldn't fly that high, said the Brain. You don't like it, author said. Well, a good story should be well researched. I'm working on pet Stegosaurus in the Jurassic period. That's my paper. Well, author hurried to the library. What are all those books for? Asked Francine. Research, said author. I'm writing about my pet 5-toed mammal. Your what? My elephant, author explained. Oh, said Francine. I'm putting jokes in my story. Well, all through dinner, author worried about his story. Please pass the corn, said father, very politely. Corn, that's it. Author said purple corn and blue elephants on a planet far from Earth. Now that's a great story. Oh, said D.W., author is acting weirder than ever. Well, on Thursday, everyone went to the candy shop, and they were talking about their stories. Last year, a kid wrote about a country western song, and he put it in the story. It was great. She got an A. How do you know? Asked author. Well, that kid was me, said Prunella. Mr. Ratburn said I should send it to a record company. It was that good. Whoa, said author. Well, that night, author's imagination went wild. He decided to turn his story into a song. He even made up a dance to go with it. Well, later, he tried it out on his family. Now this little boy can go home and enjoy his personal striped elephant, and you will see how happy he will be on a planet far from Earth. Well, said author, what do you think? Mom and Dad smiled, and Grandma Thora said, very nice, but a little confusing. Too bad you can't dance, said D.W. What am I going to do, said author. My story is due tomorrow. That night, author didn't sleep very well at all. And the next day, author worried until Mr. Ratburn finally called on him. And when author's song and dance was over, the classroom was quiet, very quiet. It was almost spooky. Binky raised his hand and said, did that really happen? Sort of, author said. It started out as a story about how I got my dog, Pal. I'd like to hear that story, said Mr. Ratburn. Well, the title was How I Got My Puppy Pal, said author. And Arthur told everybody about how proud he was of his pet business, how scared he was when Perky was missing, and he told how happy he was to find her under his bed, and how surprised he was to see her with 3 puppies. The best part, Arthur said, is, I got to keep one, my friend Pal. Buster said, ah, wow, I like that story better than your other one about the elephants on the moon. Great story, said Binky. I think Arthur's story was the best, said Francine. Good work, said Mr. Ratburn. Of course, I expect you to write it all down by Monday. Then Mr. Ratburn gave Arthur a gold sticker. Oh, and one more thing he said. Leave out the dancing. Oh, what a funny story. Very good, very good. So let's see. We're going to have a birthday, and the birthday person will be Simon. We're going to say happy birthday to Simon. And we have to find out, however, first what kind of cake Simon's going to have, right? Let me get the list. The children have voted for chocolate. Oh, actually today, while we were at the library, we saw Bruce, his brother Max, his mom Dee, and his dad John Martin, and they said that chocolate was their favorite. So 2 chocolates from Max and Bruce. Chocolate also for Molly, Alice, and Jolene. James, Anna, and Maeve, also chocolate. A lot of chocolate coming in. Ben and Bee, yes, always. Bevy and Henry. Oh, and Riley. Yes, Riley, a very strong chocolate. Tate and Coco. Sophia and India. The Schuyler sisters, Eliza and Peggy and Angelica. Teddy and Wesley. And Graham, Audrey, and Lila. Oh, whoa, a very chocolate heavy vote today. Vanilla, we have KJ and Rocky, Joseph and Christopher, Harris and Maya, saw Harris today, Marta, Maxine, Lulu, and Frida, Kira, Annabelle, and Ricky and Emily's niece and nephew, Nora and Carson. They have a big wedding this weekend, a big wedding. All right, let me count up. I see 21 for chocolate and 17 for vanilla. All right, it's a chocolate cake for Simon. Okay, here we go. All right, ready to sing happy birthday to Simon? You ready, Oberon? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Simon. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, cameraman Dan. Thank you, Oberon. And remember, I love you all very, very much.